Alright. Welcome, folks, to Age of Lemuria. I'm your host and DM, Lord Lucan. Please apologize for my sickness. I've got a new setup. I've switched the monitors, moved things around. Yeah, we'll see how this works out. Hunk Papa wanted to be here, but he's got family obligations. And I told him, hey, you don't have to stop everything and go hang out with your family. Go hang out with your family. So he's doing that right now. He's not leaving you guys to hang. He said that he had some instructions to do. So yeah, he left a few instructions. So I know what his character will do probably for the first couple of rounds, assuming that he's. So yeah, Leonardo, buddy, what's up?
Yep.
What's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys? Well, what one this week, but well, what matters is that you're here and pretty excited to actually conclude this fight.
One way or another. Be fine. You'll be fine. Leah, how are you doing?
Oh, not too bad. It's been a busy week. Had a cold, but hopefully this will make me feel better. Hopefully.
Have you had, like, constant sinus drain? And yeah, we've got the same thing. Ugh. It seems to be spreading across the country. It's terrible. It's a horrible, horrible cold. I had fever for about like two days. Still went to work though. Still went to work. Yeah. So what happened last time, guys? Can you sum up on previous episodes?
We were following Ulfgar's hunch to the lovely spooky castle that definitely does not have a very creepy name. No, not at all.
You like that? Fort
Castle.
Grave.
Mm-hmm. And we were met with a bunch of undead. Digging. Trying to find something. And our old pal, a Knoll, who's undead. And they didn't take kindly to us trying to stop whatever they were doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys pulled the trigger. You guys attacked first.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else happened?
After that, everything went downhill. Well, we got all blinded. Like sacred symbols almost
you guys
stolen.
make that save. That was crazy. Only one person made that save.
See, there's where you went wrong. You thought we were going to roll well.
Mm-hmm. Well, acceptable. Just average. I just wanted you to roll average. That's all I was asking. The DC of that chase. Yeah,
it was definitely a tough time.
Everybody failed that except one. Yeah, that's all I was asking. Roll average. So everyone's been blinded. The Canoness has been slain. Poor Mudskip had to slay the ghoul that had slain her liege lord. And I think we're at the top of the rounds where we have Weeping Fields and Ulfgar.
Oh, fun.
Who are like currently staring at each other. He says, wisps. These shadowy wisps are as clear as day to you guys. You see these dwarven fighters like swirling and attempting to distract Weeping Fields, but Weeping Fields just kind of brushes them off, and they become powdery mist once again. And he says, your ancestors will not protect you. He has a lovely selection before him. Poor Cortec, he's still standing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got up and just healed up a bit.
Yeah. So I have some fun news. He's going to attack 3 times because he is currently half health. So the first attack, right? First attack is a dagger. Well, actually, I'm going to swing twice on you. I believe both of those hit.
Well, Yeah, I guess so.
Has a +5 to hit.
All right.
Haha.
Cortec is gonna actually use his berry
Ooh.
as a reaction.
Excellent. What does that do?
I actually reduced damage by 1d8. Was my dex modifier.
Okay. So this is the first
So,
attack.
Alright.
Baby damage. Baby damage.
Whew.
Okay, what's his bonus? +3. Okay. You take 6 points of damage.
Alright, so I just take 1 for now.
Yep. And then the next one.
Ha. Woo.
You take 7 points of damage.
Alright.
And then he attempts to bite the shit out of you.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, gnolls have this ability that I had forgotten. It's called Rampage. Oh, no. Well, he could have done this last time, but he didn't. So he will attack. This is a normal melee attack. Oh, this is at a +5.
Well,
Rats.
that's a hit.
Yep. And this is a die 4 plus, what is this, strength? What is this?
I don't like this roll.
It's plus strength. And you need to roll me a con save.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no! Oh no! Plus strength. Solid damage. But you're fine.
Oh.
You're fine.
Oh.
Alright.
Those nasty undead gnoll teeth.
Take 6 points of damage as these cruel jaws snap down upon your nice tender flesh. So he just like shanks, and then as you're like bending over, he like bites your shoulder, but your fortitude keeps him at bay.
Oh man, I freaking hate this enemy.
Ava, you're up.
Alright, so I'm going to, first of all, tell the cartographer
Oh, she's
to
no longer
get...
blind.
What? No, I know. To get on the wolf, go get Mudskip and the Canoness's body, and start heading back to town.
Roll me a persuasion as you're like trying to convince her to leave. It's not low DC, I'm going to tell you that. Okay, well, that's... She's like, no, I can't leave you. I have to stay and help you.
Ava should just never open her mouth.
Anything else, Ava?
So I guess I'll just...
I'm gonna save you. That's what she says. You saved me. Now it's my turn to save you.
She'll internally sigh, but grab a weapon to,
She has
take...
a dagger.
Let's see. What is... let's see, how's the ping? What is that?
What's what?
The shape.
The black square is a fist of stone that had crumbled but is currently reassembling. As Ulfgar concentrate... Well, that's a good question. Ulfgar, buddy, can you be concentrating on 2 spells?
I guess I'll just move here and swing that glaive.
It is concentration. What about the other one? Alright, guys, I'm going to give you a choice. Which spell do you want up? Do you want the fist that is currently up, or do you want the difficult terrain that is currently up?
Probably the fists. The difficult terrain isn't helping.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good to me. So Ulfgar, buddy, hashtag blame. Wait, does this just leave difficult terrain? It might just leave difficult terrain. Let me double check this. That misses, unfortunately. We will continue. Cortec, buddy, you're up. How are you doing, buddy? How's your HP after that vicious stab bite?
Yeah, Cortec's not really happy about how this fight is going. Well, but he's gonna try to overcome it. So he hits the note twice with the backhand of the spears.
Ooh.
That's a hit. That's a hit.
All right. That's 8 and plus 6, 14 damage.
Solid blows. Yeah. Because of the blunt nature of your weapons, the weapons strike true, right? And puts a hurt on this gnoll. Let's see here.
Yeah, you're going down, buddy.
Oh, maybe. It's the ghoul's turn. Let me check something real quick. First turn. Okay, I think that was fifth. That was the 5th round. So okay, 5th round. Okay, cool. Mudskip, enraged that her canoness has been slain. She fires off pew 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 these magic bolts. They slam into the gnoll, dealing okay damage.
Come on, Mudskip.
Ulfgar, buddy, you said you were going to do something on your first turn. First things first is that he's going to use his... let's see here. He's got his spell. That's currently going in Bounding Grass. Right? Takes crushing damage, blah, blah, blah. Makes a save. Eats the damage. Does he take half? Failed save, it takes damage. And is restrained. So he is currently restrained.
Yes.
Strength check on it as the TC is successful. This hand reaches out of the ground and grasps around the gnoll. The creature perishes as it crushes the gnoll under its mighty fist.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Canoness is dead. However, we are still not out of combat. Stuff happens. Ava, you are up next.
Let's see. As far as enemies go, is it just that, what is it? Little...
Cowering in fear, you see 2 gnolls. Here and here.
Let's see. So I was here. Let's get some measuring tape.
Yep.
Yeah, that's 15-10. So moving this way as to not provoke any opportunities for attacking.
Sounds good to me.
Oh. Go right there. And swing with the glaive at the last enemy within my melee reach.
Excellent.
Huh?
Well, I mean, you probably want to use your bow. You won't be able to reach these ghouls.
This one right here?
Oh yeah, that one. That one's currently blind. You have advantage.
Not that I needed it.
Yeah. Solid damage as your blow lands upon the creature. There we go. Gortek, its cruel black claws swing wildly in the air. It is your turn, Gortek.
Alright, as it goes down, Cortex spits on him and then moves over here and attacks the ghoul.
Excellent. Do it. That hits. That hits.
Alright, 14 damage.
Tell me how you destroy this creature.
Alright, well, Cortex at this point is pretty freaking angry.
Yeah.
So he just goes up to the ghoul, he swipes the feet of the ghoul with one spear, and with the other he just pierces it on the ground.
Excellent.
Finishing the job.
Excellent. It's the ghoul's turn. Ghouls cower in fear. Mudskip continues her rage as she fires off more shots at the nearest ghoul, who's currently like, yeah! Shoot. Come on, Mudskip, you're not doing oh, great. It's alright. This one takes 5 points of damage. Ulfgar. His instructions were to come over, and he is going to cast. So he's wanting to preserve her. What is it called? Gentle repose. Okay. And that's the end of Ulfgar's turn. It's now the bottom of the round. I have news. Terrible, horrible news. With no control mechanism to keep the dead from working, they begin going feral. This is when I roll initiative for the zombies.
All of them?
Well, yeah. Oh, don't worry, they have a minus. They have a penalty. They have a penalty. Yeah, it's minus. Okay. Just find a zombie and stick him off to the side. And he will be my zombie token. For 15. Awesome.
Why am I hearing Michael Jackson in my head?
Thriller, yep. Oh, yes. Ava, you notice like these, these creatures, right? We're instructed, right? And we're doing it meticulously and in order, right? However, now that knoll has been destroyed, they drop their mud and they turn to look at the living creature within Fort Malgrave. Eyes appear to be dead, as if no control is over them. What do you do, Ava?
Let's see, so that ghoul over there is still feared.
Yes.
And so he's not coming for any of us, so I guess I'll just get my bow.
Not for a little while. He's still on the board, but for a little while he won't be doing anything. For you think probably another 3 turns.
Some insight.
Just, time.
Alright, so I'm going to look around wildly.
Yep.
Sort of see the ghouls turn their attention to us. I'll feel a bit claustrophobic, I guess, is the best way to describe it. So I'll not panic, but a sense of urgency. She'll turn take her bow and start shooting the nearest zombies as best she can.
That's a hit. Which zombie are you targeting? Please ping for me.
Let's see. How do you ping again?
Just hold and click.
Mm.
So, okay. So there is a wall between you and that zombie.
How tall is it?
It's about 10 foot.
Let's see then. This one I have a clear line of view on.
Excellent. It dies. Tell me how you kill it.
Just whip around with my bow, panicking, shoot off a shot, not really putting my entire focus into it, and it just goes through the eye socket and through the brain. It slumps to the ground, doesn't get up.
Excellent. That is one in a sea of dead. The zombies begin to move. Randomly, uncoordinated. They begin moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And they begin running at you. Wild and feral. Yeah. They have one thing on their mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Does it start with F and end with Lesh?
What? Yeah, I guess that would work. They come running at you, feral and crazed. In probably one more turn, they will be upon you. Let's see here. I need one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So I'll sort of see this happening, and I'll just look over my shoulder.
It's as if that their sole purpose in life is to destroy it.
And say, Ulfgar, now would be a good time for you to
6, 7,
do that scary thing again.
Speaking of big scaries, Ulfgar, buddies, things are getting real bad real quick. I think you're starting to see the fall of Fort Malgrave all over again. What do you do, Cortec? I can't hear you. You got yourself muted.
Sorry about that.
There we go.
Okay. So Cortex moves there and will try to cover Mudkip.
Excellent.
And he will cure wounds himself.
Excellent.
4 damage. And that's it for now.
Good. The ghouls cower in fear before your power. Mudskip, still seeing him, targets the nearest ones and goes pew pew pew.
There we
Now
go.
she rolls good damage. She destroys the nearest zombie. It collapses in a heap of death.
Now she knows there's hope for her candidness.
Unfortunately, Ulfgar cannot target all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can target this group, or he can move, but then his positioning would be terrible. He is going to have a ready action. As the zombies swarm over you, he will take out his holy symbol and use Turn Undead. He's going to hold his action to when they're all upon you. Does that make sense? Something happens.
Oh god, not. Oh
Ava.
my god.
Ava, it is your turn.
I think I will sort of run over here, and as I do, I'll yell for the cartographer and the wolf to come and join us because we have a better defensive position if we're all together.
Roll me a persuasion.
Come on. Come on.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Following your instructions, they come over. An agreement. They do not wish to be swarmed by themselves.
And I will hold the attack action for when something comes in. You know what? No. I'll take a shot at a ghoul with my bow.
Sure. Which ghoul?
Not.
There's still this one up who is still blinded.
This one. I thought we killed this one.
Oh, he's not dead yet. Oh, no, he's not dead.
You said he was dead.
Oh, is he? No, he's not dead.
Yeah.
Still got 5
You
HP.
Yeah, I thought Cortex. Okay.
You asked me to describe how I killed it.
Is this another ghoul that I just missed?
Yeah, well, it was always this one here.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm going to... he's dead. He's deader. Okay, which ghoul? There's currently 2 ghouls. One right here. One right here.
Yeah, it's only the 2 feared ones. Yeah.
Yep, there's only 2 feared ones. With 2 more rounds.
Alright, and I'll have a clear shot at this one.
Yep, go ahead and take it.
Huh. Of course, having a clear shot and making a clear shot
That's going to be
are 2
close.
different things.
You hit?
Alright, here we go.
The weapon slams into it. Does not do a lot of damage, but it still does some damage. Anything else?
I don't know, I'll just sort of put my back to Mudskip, and hopefully her large, scary self will cover it.
Maybe. We'll see. This is when they flood upon you. A lot of stuff happens. We have to do a lot of rolling as they beginning. Once again, up, down, right to left. There we are. There we go. Closest. Then keep coming down. Oh my gosh, there's so many. So many.
That's a lot.
So many. And that's what happens, right? That's what happens when you lose control. Still not all the zombies are in range. So, regardless, Ulfgar still blasts them. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Oh my god.
I mean, you guys were aware of them, right? I'm going to start rolling. He blasts them, the DC, but they're at a -3. DC is 12. Okay.
Yeah. Somehow I think this is going to take a while.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So just 15 D20. This is a DC. Okay, so right to left, up, down.
Really?
Up, boom. Everything within 30. This one's good. This one
Looks
dies.
like a lot of saves.
This one dies. This one dies. This one dies. Saves. This one dies. This one dies. This one dies. This one's okay. This one dies. This one's okay. This one dies. Okay. A black flame washes over the crowd. As they come running up, right? The wave of black flame washes over them, and half of them appear to fall over once again dead. Cortec, buddy. You need to start doing some smashing, buddy.
Alright, well, Cortex is gonna try to attack this zombie and this zombie, like the two zombies that are on my bag and
Hmm.
check.
Excellent. Do it.
One attacking each.
Mhm.
Alright. Oh man.
So one hits. Tell me what happens to your other attack. You destroy. Which one? Would be the second one? Be this one.
Alright, well, Cortec
Tell me what
is
happens.
enraged, so he's trying to hit the zombies any way he can. But apparently, he got a little bit too overwhelmed seeing their numbers. So his first attack was a little bit off to the ground, and his spear stick in the sand below him.
Excellent. A lot of shenanigans happening up here. Anything else, Cortec?
No, that's it for him.
What happens? What bad thing happens to you? You may choose. Roll a natural one, buddy. You rolled a natural one. You gotta tell me what happens. How is it that your character messes up?
Well, one of his spears is in the sand, so he won't be able to actually use it on his next turn. He will only be able to actually recover from it and use only the others.
All right. The ghouls. They're just chillaxing, cowering in fear. Mudskip targets the nearest zombie. Automatically hits and destroys it. Excellent. Ulfgar's turn. Once again, he holds up his holy symbol, preparing to unleash the wave as the more zombies come running in. Ava. So these are the ones that saved.
Let's see, I think the zombies are not panic attack inducing quite anymore that she sees Ulfgar can defend him, so she'll take another shot at that ghoul.
Sure. You'll be fine. Be fine. That's a hit. Solid damage. Yet, despite the creature still cowering in fear, it does not die. Re-die? I don't know. It doesn't die again. Yeah.
Eva is frustrated, but she'll sort of tell people around her to like load the cannoness up onto the wolf to try and get her ready for a quick escape.
Sure. I mean, you're clearing them out pretty well. Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Not for Cortec, I think.
What? Everything's fine. Everything's fine, guys. Everything's fine. Zombies come pouring in, right? Ulfgar once again unleashes his hell. Some of them are resistant to him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Everything is awesome.
12, 13,
Everything
14.
is cool when you're part of a team.
Everything is awesome.
And we're living our dream right now, huh?
Heck yeah. Right to left, up, down, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well. Okay. So,
Oh my god.
Makes it. A lot of makes. Dies. Makes it. Makes it. Makes it. Makes it. Dies. 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 Makes it. And dies. So like half of them once again are cleared out, right? And unfortunately, the ones that are still here, they begin attacking. Cortec, buddy. It seems that one is on you. This big meaty flesh comes hit.
Alright, Cortec uses his action to parry again.
Excellent. It's 21. What's your parry?
4 damage for parry.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Let's see how much damage they do. 1d6 plus 1 bludgeoning. Take 4 points, and you negate 4 points. So this
Yeah,
meaty
alright.
fist comes slamming down. Tell me how you.
Alright, as it comes down, like, on me,
Uh,
Cortex just uses his spear, which is free, to actually deflect the hand
is
coming
that a
towards him.
reaction, by the way?
Yeah, it is.
A reaction. Didn't you use your bonus action to make the attack?
I guess so I can't use
You
it?
attacked 3 times, right?
No, 2.
Okay, all right. You're fine. You're fine. Just making sure. Just making sure. All right. Yes, you block the weapon as it comes slamming down. The other one is focused on poor Ulfgar
Ooh.
and Mrs. Ulfgar. You guys got lucky this turn. You see if you can clear him out real fast. Cortex, buddy, you are up.
Alright, so Cortex is gonna hit this one in front of him in order to show him he should not
It's a hit.
hit me. There we go.
Tell me how you destroy this creature.
Alright, as Cortex deflects its hand, he pierces through its face with his spear, which is free. And, well, just looks down on it.
Excellent. I have good news and I have bad news. The ghouls, this is their last turn of being afraid. They seem to start shaking off whatever was controlling them. Mudskip, she uses her last spell.
Ooh.
It's solid damage.
Wow.
Destroys the one that saved. There we go. Ulfgar, buddy, what you gonna do? Got any cool spells against the undead? Playing a little bit by ear on this one. I'm not sure what he would do. You could do that. You could do that. Could do that. Everybody's already got aid. Yep, that won't work. That won't work. That's not necessary. None of that works. He'll just attack. He'll just attack. He will rage and attack. Because why not? That's silly. That's a hit.
Ooh.
Yeah, and destroys
Woo.
this creature. Ava, you're up next.
Alright. I can see the ghouls are getting ready to come back, but I'm also seeing the zombies are falling apart like paper a little bit.
Oh, yes.
So I'll take one more shot at that ghoul.
Do it. That's a hit. They're doing solid damage, by the way. Doing solid, consistent damage. Yet it still remains up. It is the zombie's turn. They begin pounding away at you. Let's see here. First on poor Cortex. That's a miss. They begin attacking the direwolf. And since, like, it seems like most of them are on the direwolf anyway. So, yeah, they start attacking the direwolf. It's the biggest, juiciest prey. Oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. I think 2 of them hit. Boom. Yep, 2 of them hit. 2d6. Yeah. This direwolf howls in pain as several cruel claws or meaty fists land upon the direwolf. Cortex, buddy, what you gonna do?
Alright, so Cortex, seeing that they're falling easy, he walks in here and attacks each zombie once.
Excellent. That's a hit. That's a hit.
4 damage, and 7 damage.
Excellent. The damage destroys these creatures. Tell me how that happens.
Alright, so Cortec cuts through the neck of one with one spear, swings, and pierces the other one. And as he does that, he just screams fury at the situation.
Unbeknownst to poor Cortec, a shadowy figure begins to descend upon him.
Rats. Double rats.
Ah, yes. Mudskip saying like, Cortec, watch out! She walks up to it and beats it with a stick.
Oh boy.
Hits, nice.
She's doing really well with that stick.
She is.
Yeah.
What's her bonus? What's her bonus? +1. That's not too bad. I mean, she whops it, right? It's a solid blow upon the creature, yet it just continues to like. Ulfgar, still in a rage, targets this ghoul right here and swings to slay. That will hit. Warhammer, there it is right there. It's still a hit, but that's what I wanted right there. He destroys this ghoul. This
I
Warhammer.
softened it up for
Yeah,
him.
oh, very much so. Very much so. Ava, you are up next.
Yeah, seeing that my previous prey has been taken out of the picture, I'll take a step in this direction and try and protect the whimpering direwolf with a great swing of the glaive.
Swing. That hits. Tell me how you destroy this creature.
I sort of turn, rotate, and swing the glaive like a baseball bat, and the tip just lops its head off.
Awesome.
Like kicking over mushrooms in the yard.
Just like that. Slow. Zombie has a lovely selection for it, as a selection of 3 they can target. It is going to go after Lynn. It sees a wide opening, right? She's like, ah! She's like trying to get the direwolf under control, right? And during this time, it reaches up and tries to attack her. It falls on its face. Kerploop. The direwolf like bumps into it like it's like a zombie, right? So it's like trying to climb up on it. It falls prone, right? Everyone has advantage on this poor zombie who's just like, nope, not today. Are all the other ones cleared out? I think they are.
Mm-hmm.
Cortec, buddy, you are up. This cruel black claws come sneaking up behind you.
Alright, as Mudskip yells for Cortec to watch out, he turns back, and seeing the ghoul, he swings at him.
Excellent. That's a hit. That's a miss.
8 damage.
A solid blow. Yet it remains standing. Its cruel claws, having been like slammed against it, it attacks twice with its cruel claws, attempting to gouge into your flesh. Cortec.
Alright, the first one was a miss, right?
Yep.
Alright, so after the first miss, Cortec uses his repose and swings at it.
That's wonderful. Let's see if you can, it's gonna be close, buddy. It's gonna be close.
Is 13 a hit?
It is.
Alright, so it's 6 damage.
Oh yeah, you destroy this creature.
Alright, 13 damage.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddies.
All right.
That was the last
So,
one.
so as he attacks Cortex with his claws, Cortex just chipped his body to one side, and with the spear on that side's hand, pierces from like bottom up the face of the bull.
The ghoul's like black hand, right? It falls upon your spear, like literally like touches your face. Like you could feel it like slowly like sliding off your face as you were sure that that would have been a critical hit had that repose not occurred. Let's see here. Ulfgar still in a rage, waltzes around and tries to whack this poor zombie and destroys it. Yep. I believe that's it. There's a brief moment as your bodies are littered around you, right? What do you guys do when the fog and mist continues to rain down upon you?
Well,
I sort of look around, not really 100% believing that it's over. Not quite shaking, but there's a tenseness that causes Ava's body to be, I don't know, moving in a way it doesn't usually. And she'll just turn to everyone and say, "We have to go now."
well, Cortex, seeing that apparently it was over, he puts one knee in the ground, closes his eyes, thinks about his God, his life, and what just happened. And in his spine, he feels like an electricity going up. Then he just stands up and says, "Well, okay, let's go."
Ulfgar looks around. He stares into the abyss of the tent.
Ulfgar, should we leave, or do you still want to go in?
He bows. Still in his rage, he bows to the two misty forms. They begin to disperse. He takes a deep breath and turns to look at you, and he says, I need to know what's going on here. But I will not make you go.
I won't leave you alone, so lead the way.
He says, I need time to recover, but I don't think there will be enough time to do so.
I could use some rest as well. That's why I think we should at least leave this place for now and then come back later.
And where would we go?
We could try going back to the oasis of the Fae.
We need to do something about the canonist before we do anything. Because his preservation spell, or whatever he did, will only last so long, won't it?
Ulfgar nods to you and says, we've only got 10 days before I have to recast it. He'll tell you in detail what his spell is capable of. He knows the life and death and stuff like that, so he will tell you.
Well, Cortex looks at them and says, well, I just need 1 day rest. Then we can come back and see what's going on here. Then we can deal with the cannons.
He nods in agreement, yet his eyes continue to stare down into the tents and what could be below.
What is Mudskip doing now that the adrenaline is over?
That is a good question. How is Mudskip reacting to all this? She seems to have like a quiet, stoic anger, burning anger. This is not the first time that she's fought the plague. She is a stoic, burning anger. She's not crying or anything like that. So the canoness, right? She's like touching her canoness's hand, like holding her hand, and she's like clenching it, right, in fury and anger of what the undead have done. Her resolve is very much fortitude, right? Even though she no longer has spells. Right.
Alright, Kortek walks up to Ulfgar, puts one hand in his shoulder, and as he tries to move Ulfgar away from looking into the entrance of the mine, he just says, well, let's go. We can do this some other time.
He turns and looks at Ava and says, do you agree?
We have one dead and multiple injured.
Yeah.
Do you
Ulfgar's
honestly
not looking
think...
good either. By the way, he's not looking
Yeah.
good at all either, but he seems pretty
Do you
resolved.
honestly think that in your state you can handle another battle like the one we just faced?
I could try.
Trying isn't going to get your goals complete, is it? You have to be certain.
Like slowly nods in agreement. Says, I will listen to you guys.
Okay, well, as that happens, Kortek taps Ulfgar's shoulder, moves towards Mudskip, and, well, kind of gives his sentiment to her because he sees that she's furious. And says, well, we'll come back and figure out what's going on here. But right now, we need to leave.
Excellent. Are you guys heading over to the overland map?
Yes.
I think so.
Excellent. We could go wrong with random dice rolls. Excellent.
Yeah, and even though Ava doesn't really get along with Mudskip, she'll sort of, like, turn to her and say, where do you need to go to take care of your canoness?
She says she's dead.
That doesn't mean she doesn't deserve a proper burial. Or a proper funeral, right?
Not here. Not in this unholy place.
So where do we need to go to take her?
Proper rites would be back to the city of Alkaline.
Oh boy. That's too far.
Sir.
She is that of the Inquisition. She deserves to be with her people.
Of course.
I agree with that, but I'm not going to Alkaline.
Can you get to Alkaline within a 10 days journey if you take the dire wolf?
That's a good question. Give me a second.
Math time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Yeah, you couldn't do it if you traveled fast. Actually, if you're in normal pace, you could do it. She says the city of Alkaline is not too far. The outskirts, only the outskirts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, are 8 days away. That's not the inner city or anything like that. That is just the outskirts. Is 8 days away.
Well, if you want, you can get the wolf.
West.
You can get the wolf and take the cannon.
She stares at you and she says, assuming that we even make it out of this place, I need you guys to roll me a survival. Okay, so before you roll, I only need one roll. And are you helping each other?
Sure.
Yeah, but generally,
you're helping each other.
Generally, it's Ulfgar who rolls, but since he's not here,
yeah. Oh yeah, Ulfgar is like in a deep, like he's kind of retreated into himself, right? He's in deep thought of like everything that's come to pass.
All right, so with the help of Ava, Kortek tries to find her way.
Excellent. Where are you guys heading?
To the face brain.
Go ahead and place yourselves. You head over there. However, Cortec, you can't find the Fae, right? The mists and rain clouds your path, and you are not able to find it. You need to roll above a 20 in order to find this place.
That's probably not going to happen.
Yeah. It's possible. Oh my gosh, what are you... Oh, okay, so are you guys... Okay, so... You need to work together, right? So this is nighttime, right? This is the night, right? You are currently in that hex. However, you have not found the Fae. You've currently rolled survival, so this is nighttime, right? Before nighttime occurs, is there any RP that you guys wanted to do?
No. Cortec is just using all his strength to actually try to find his way to the face drain.
I don't know. Ava is probably the least injured out of anybody.
Yeah.
She still has all of her hit points, pretty much. So she'll sort of try and be the guard, and she'll discuss quietly, sort of, with Cortec, are we heading down to give the canoness rights?
No. Me and especially Ulfgar, we cannot get any close to Alkaline. And, I mean, I'm totally for the plan to actually let Mudskip and take the wolf and go with the canoness, but we're not going down there.
Let's see, so... Oh boy. Ava wants to split the party, and she wants Cortec, the cartographer, and Ulfgar to go back to Ravenshaven, and she wants to go with Mudskip and the canoness to the city. Because A, she's never been there, and B, she's a firm believer that everybody deserves a proper burial.
So night comes. In the drizzling rain, Ava remains on guard. Right? And that was that survival roll. Are you guys doing anything special that night?
Well, Cortec will try to connect with Talos again through his bowl.
Excellent. Roll it. So you're looking for the first one, I believe, right? The skull?
Yeah, it's perception, right?
I believe so, yes. Yeah. It's a skull. A human skull.
Alright. And second one?
Yeah, it's, symbol of your, yeah.
And then third one.
Yeah. Symbol of the Holy Master.
Alright, and...
You get no new insight in regards to this. You're just confirming what you already knew.
Alright. Okay, well, Ava, I actually have something I need to do after we actually go inside Fort Malgrave. It would be really helpful to have you around, but I respect your choices, of course. Then he just, takes his own space and tries to keep overthinking what he sees in his bowl.
Alright. So that's what you need to do something. Since we left Fort Malgrave, so you're going to do something else that you need to do?
Yes, I need to go to a farm a bit southwest southwest of here. I had someone actually send a letter to my family, since I think they are in danger, and I need to actually do a service for this person, and I need to go to this farm.
Southwest is the correct direction to go to the city, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I say we can travel that far together. And if you want to go north from there, I won't stop you, but I want to head south to the city.
Okay.
So I'll help you.
That sounds great. Thank you. Well, that was it. So, another survival?
No, Cortec, that night, in your dreams, I need you to roll me a con save.
Oh. That's some dream.
Cortec, you actually remember. You see a vision of what seems to be this woman. Tell me about this woman.
This woman. Alright, well, it's actually a pretty tall woman, if you would say so. About 175, 180. And she has like this really long black hair. This really glistering green eyes. And she stares at Cortec.
She wears a winged helmet. Roll me knowledge religion as you attempt to identify this woman. Not staring at her winged helmet.
Can I use my inspiration for this?
So that'd only give you a 7. Are you sure you want to do that?
No. I actually wanted to use it to reroll my advantage.
Yeah, that is with advantage. See, that's the good and bad thing about it. So
All
I wouldn't. I mean, you can. I'm just going to tell you right now that Ava, during this time, Cortex seems to be struggling in his sleep.
I don't know. She'll sort of just... She'll try not to be too distracted from her watch, but she's concerned. She'll make a note of it, but she knows enough not to touch a warrior in the middle of a nightmare.
Excellent. The night passes by uneventfully. What do you guys do? Oh, by the way, take your level. Everyone gain a level. Cortec, welcome. Ava, welcome. Gain your level. Yes.
All right. So Cortec, as he feels the electricity in his spine, he suddenly discovers he's a little bit closer to tower.
Yes. I think that dream helped you, or maybe hindered you. I'm not quite sure. You're not very religious. You're not quite sure.
All right.
Nice.
That's a good roll.
Gain 10 HP. So is Ava going to take the average, or is she going to roll? There's no hurt in rolling.
I sort of, after the last session, I brought myself up to level 3, just took a bit of work. So am I going up to 4, or is this just level 3?
So you've already hit? You've already leveled up yourself?
Yeah, because it took a bit of finagling.
That's fine. You're gold. You're good.
But I did roll last week.
That is true. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
You rolled max, didn't you? Yeah. That's what I remember. Yeah. So what does the party do?
Cortex still thinks he's trying to find the face brand.
I'll try, if I see him trying to look desperately, I'll sort of try and take him aside and say that if somebody sent you a letter and needs help, we need to get there as soon as possible.
Alright, I agree with that.
So you need to lead the way.
Alright. Okay, well, Cortex still going for the face brain because he thinks everyone needs a rest.
Okay.
Well, we had a rest last night, though, didn't we?
Yeah, you had a full rest. You had no encounters last night. Cortex, yeah, you had a restless night, but you were fine in the morning.
Alright, then I guess we can actually go back for Ulfgar or go to the farm. What do you want to do, Ava?
I think we
remains in his silent, brooding state. Just brooding.
I think we're on a time clock to how long the spell lasts before we need to cast it again. So I think we should head to the farm and help however we can.
Okay. Then let's head to the farm.
Sounds good.
And on the theme of helping, I will help Cortex with his role. If we need to, as we're traveling.
Push yourselves.
And just to confirm, look on the farm is this way, right?
To the southwest.
Okay.
Down. Left.
Yeah, alright, so we're coming this way.
Roll that survival. Excellent. The day passes by uneventfully. Are you doing anything RP-wise?
No, actually, Cortex gonna brainstorm over the woman. So.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me another religion. Are you talking to anyone about this? We know what's on Cortex's mind. We know exactly what's on Cortex's mind. Oh, he's thinking about a woman, all right. He's thinking exactly what everybody else is thinking.
Man. Alright, so it seems like Cortex spends the night thinking with the wrong head.
What's Ava doing? Well, Cortex thinking about the woman of his dreams.
I don't know. She doesn't know that much about the super organized religion. She knows enough, but she feels bad for Mudskip at this point, so she sort of asks her, like, what sort of ceremony will be had for Canoness and what kind of...
Despite the pressures, Mudskip's been holding up pretty well. She seems to be accepting, like, she got revenge, right? She went back, faced the undead, didn't save the Canoness, but got her body, right? They're away from that unholy place. She's free. She's not dead, right? Undead, being tormented. Mm-hmm. So she seems to be fairly at peace. It's a weird reaction from someone who was, like, super pissed off, but is now, like, she's, like, offering prayers and making sure that her Canoness is, like, washed, right? Preparing for burial. So she's making sure that the body's clean, and then she's wrapping her in her own bedding. She's taking care of the body very well, and she seems to be holding up pretty well as well. She seems to be very strong.
Yeah, she's probably used to it.
I don't know. I guess then she'll ask sort of Mudskip what, like, the grand religious hub in the city looks like and what kind of
You speak of the Iron Throne.
well, sort
the
of
Iron Citadel. Yes.
Sort of where, yeah, and where the canoness would have served.
Oh, she wouldn't have served there.
Yeah.
She would have been middle management, if you could believe that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't send out their Grand Inquisitors or their Inquisitors out to out beyond the city of Alkaline. They leave those tasks to people of non-noble birth or of low standing within the ranks of the Inquisition. So she wasn't a high-standing member, even though she was a member. Highly respected. They will give her honors for her duty. Hopefully this will rally the Inquisition to action, and we can call a purge upon the undead and march against them in force.
And she'll sort of not quite look skeptical, but she'll sort of say that Ulfgar's black flame magic was the thing that was the most effective against the undead. And just sort of ask what the Inquisition can bring to bear that can stand up to that standard.
You speak of the death magic that Ulfgar wields. The black flame is strong, but is nothing without life. The white flame is pure. It is life itself.
So she'll sort of be curious about that and ask. And what Mudskip knows about it. Oh no.
Roll me knowledge religion as you're like listening to this jibber jabber of Mudskip. Religious jibber jabber.
Come on, Ava.
Yeah, it's kind of going
Ava!
Poor Ava isn't getting a lot of information. She's like, yeah, the Holy Master, the elements, good, bad, good stuff, bad stuff. You don't really remember when you're like, I'm not really religious, so I zone people out? This is exactly what Ava does. She's just like, yeah. And, she's going on in great detail about stuff and just like, yeah.
So she sort of
eyes
is like,
over.
And eventually she's at Mudskip. She's like, listen, I felt like I couldn't do much in my fight. And so if we ever face off against undead like that again, I want to be able to defend myself. And Ulfgar doesn't really seem up to any kind of task right now. So I would like to learn how to use your fancy white flame to help protect from the profanities of the undead.
Roll me a persuasion as you're attempting to get her to help you out.
Ava, please.
It's going to be like last session.
Ava, you dunce!
She says, Ava, I know what you've faced. We faced it together. But the powers of magic are beyond you. Magic is very dangerous, and it'd be better just simply not pick it up. You're fine. You are doing fine with your bow. Keep working on that. Master that if you can. She's like a motherly figure too. She's like, you should do this and you should do that, but you shouldn't use magic, right? Yep, that's how she views you, right?
Well, as Cortex listens to that, he looks over his shoulder and says, well, she's doing way better with her blade.
Yeah, a bit. I don't know. She won't quite outwardly pout. She'll pout on the inside and have a tiny frown on the outside. And
This is just the day, by the way. This is just the day, right? You can always try again later.
The conversation. Yeah, and think about maybe when they do the funeral rites, there'll be somebody else there to teach her, to ask for...
Well, she didn't say no, right?
No.
She didn't say no. She's just saying, you need to be aware of the dangers that you are looking into and blah, blah, blah. And you have such a bright future ahead of you. You shouldn't cloud it up with magic. Right?
Yeah. I think that'll be the end of the conversation. She'll simmer and try and sort through the terrible nothing that floated over her head from Mudskip's long speech.
Yep. She told you all about this stuff, right? You were just like, oh, so much jibber jabber. Don't listen to any of it.
I just want to learn how to do the fire.
I just want to know how to do a boom boom and pow pow.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't want to know all the other stuff behind it. I just want to do it, right? She sees right through this, right? And that's what happens.
Yeah, she'll sort of leave that conversation not disheartened, but like feels like she got foiled for the day and has to come up with another avenue.
Foiled by herself. Yep. So anything else?
Not for me for the day. Cortec?
No. Cortec will just be on his own, thinking about the woman.
The night
not properly, but still.
begins to descend. Roll me that sweet survival. Who's rolling it, and how are you helping?
Cortex is rolling it, and Ava's helping. Since she's a hunter.
Yeah, she has. Even though her wisdom is garbage, she does have proficiency in survival, so she's sort of keeping an eye out for anything that helps.
Alright.
Ooh.
Crit! Sorry, Elfgar. Oh, roll me a die 6. Roll me a die 6. 6.
Oh, man.
Roll me a die 6.
Alright. Lucani's just like crazy to get a 6 on this.
Come on, roll me a 6. Ah, well.
Ooh.
Wah, wah.
So
Not
there
bad at
are
all.
stories. There are stories. However, you have an opportunity to, let's see here, hunt. You can hunt some wild game. What are you interested in hunting? You have an opportunity. The herds of the Golden Plains present an opportunity.
Alright. Anyone else to tell you what we're hunting, right?
You have to tell me. So large game, including like rhinos, bison, large animals. Any large animals that you can think of are here in the Golden Plains, including extinct ones like mammoths. You see them roaming around every so often. What is it that you are hunting?
Okay, well, I look at Ava and just like, well, should we go for a dino or a rhino?
We don't want to get anything too oversized because we have no way to really preserve it out here, but we do need something that can feed us and the dire wolf.
That is true.
Well, Cortex is up for a rhino. He heard about them.
As long as you think you have something that can pierce that hide.
Cortex shows his fear.
Excellent. Ava, are you helping him hunt? Tell me how this hunt goes.
Yeah, sure, I'll help him hunt. I know a bit about tracking. She comes from a town where most of the revenue comes from hunting, so she'll know a bit about it. Even if her family doesn't hunt. So...
Roll me a survival. You want to roll above a 20 in order to get a mastercraft material from this rhino you are hunting.
Alright, can she help me?
She
Yes.
is.
Alright.
Advantage.
Oh man. Pray.
Roll me sweet survival.
Alright.
Woo!
Tell me what you get from this rhino that you are hunting. That is absolutely gorgeous. A mastercraft materials.
Alright, Cortex is able to actually skin the hide from the head of the rhino with the with the actual horns in it.
Okay.
So he took out like a little bit of leather from the head of the rhino and the horns.
You may either take the horn as a mastercraft, or you may take the rhino hide as a mastercraft.
What
would you like? You have to pick one. But you get to pick, which is good. I would have let you, if you hit a natural 20, I would have let you have both, but you did not hit a natural 20.
All right.
Do you want the ivory or the hide?
Cortex is gonna go with the ivory.
Excellent. Mark down in your inventory. You have a rhino ivory horn worth 125 gold pieces.
125. It's worth 125. Right? All right.
So it's not been worked at all, right? This is just the raw material trying to sell it.
All right. Good.
However, you can use this, right, as a component for magical items in the future.
Ooh.
And that can cut the price in half, I believe. Or you can sell it. You can sell it just straight off. But this is like an exceptional horn. Tell me about this horn. Like, what's so good about it? What makes it so much?
Well, surprisingly, even though rhino horns are never shiny or anything, this horn seems to be fresh, new, or unused. It seems like the horn actually took care of it.
Okay. Sure.
All right.
In your inventory.
So, that was great. I have so many ideas for this horn now.
Having successfully hunted, that night approaches. What are you guys doing?
Just organize watches, I guess. Ava's still a bit paranoid about being followed, even by the gnolls.
I mean, you're between the undead and the gnolls. Yep.
So she definitely takes a lot of care to organize make sure the watches are all set up and people who know what they're doing are awake.
Are you helping Cortex?
Yeah, Cortex is gonna help.
Right. Ava, go ahead and roll me that sweet, sweet survival as night descends upon you. Excellent. The night passes by uneventfully. Cortex, roll me a con save.
Guess another visit from his lady friend. Or not.
I'll use my inspiration for that.
Okay, you're burning your inspiration. You do have inspiration, so you're burning it here. Okay, excellent. Tell me about this woman again.
All right, again, it's a pretty tall woman with really long black hair, green eyes, wearing a winged helm, and staring at Cortex, and Cortex is just baffled with it. And tries to actually figure out what this means because it's actually a recurring dream by now. So
go ahead and roll me knowledge religion as once again you try to recall this individual. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, you know this is to be a Valkyrie.
Yeah. Well, Cortex tries to talk to her. Like,
what do you say to this Valkyrie?
What are you doing in my dream, Valkyrie?
Roll roll me as a persuasion.
Wow, really? I can't.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad. She says, I saw you.
And what does this mean? I mean, I'm happy you're here. Does this mean I'm closer to actually connecting with Talos?
She says, who is Talus?
The god of storms.
Ah, yes, of course.
How can I get closer to him? How can I get closer to his power, to being actually able to prove myself?
She says, is that what you desire?
Yes.
She says, believe in me, and as I will believe in you.
Okay.
Continue fighting. What is your name?
My name is Cortec.
Cortec.
And
I believe this is like when we like hear like a wake up call, right? There's like ding 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 or something like that, where you're like Ulfgar's like banging on. He's like, "Hey, wake up, Cortec! Wake up! You're struggling in your sleep." You're just like, "What? What? What? What?"
No, no, don't wake.
Yeah.
No.
Ulfgar's like, "Are you all right, son? You're sweating in your sleep. You were struggling. Are you okay?"
Oh my God, Oscar, I hate you. I hate you.
He says, "I was worried about you, lad. I was worried about you. You seemed to be bubbling yourself. You kept saying Cortec, Cortec. It's like, you all right, son?"
I mean, I was great. I was having a great dream.
He said it didn't look like it. It didn't look like it. You were struggling. You were sweating.
Oh, fine. Cortex just has a sip of water and face palming himself, like thinking of it.
Ava, you see this, right? So Cortec was like struggling in his sleep just like the other night, right?
She sort of assumes he's having bad dreams about the battles they just faced, because she doesn't realize that, like, he's an experienced guy. She thinks, oh no, this bad thing just happened. It'll scar him for life, like it just scarred me for life. So that's what she thinks is happening. So she's sort of trying to, like, let him deal with it himself and not embarrassing him by bringing it up, because that's what she thinks should happen, because she thinks people should just sort of... She thinks she needs to put on a brave face after what she just saw, so she thinks Cortec wants to do the same thing. So she's letting him just...
Alright.
Dream it out.
All right.
Alright. That was our night.
Yeah. Thanks, Ulfgar. Thanks, Ulfgar. Totally stop at that scene.
And I was considering going in the freaking mine for him.
Excuse me, I'm gonna butt into the scene. Love you, Hunk Papa. I do. I really do. I love you, man. Anything else that night?
No, that was it for now.
Okay. All right. Where do you guys go?
We're continuing southwest.
Roll it. Are you helping?
Yes.
Excellent. Roll it.
I like long travels like this.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Alright.
The day passes uneventfully. You make good time despite the rain and drizzle. It rains and drizzles. It's a consistent constant in this place. Yeah. What do you guys do? It is currently midday as you are traveling through the soupy, wet springtime of the Golden Plains.
Do we have any kind of campfire or anything in this gross, wet blah?
Oh no, this is like mid-spring. Unless you have kindling of your own or have magic of your own, there won't be any fires.
Yeah, so Eva sort of finds some rock to set up a fire pit and sighs and say, this would be so much easier if I had kindling or magic. Cough. Cough.
Well,
Cough.
Cortex looks at her and he's like, well, it's good I do.
Hmm.
And then he sacred flames in order to actually create a fire.
Excellent. It ignites, right? It does catch stuff on fire. It's like, isn't this so cool? You notice like Mudskip like frowns at Cortex like, check this out. Boom, fire.
Ava will frown jealously. But can she do like a religion check or arcana check or something to be able to tell if where his magic is like clerical type? Sure. Is like a holy flame. What?
Sure, yeah. Go ahead.
What do you want?
Religion.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good enough to at least identify where it's coming from. Cortex, would you like to enlighten her of your baboo?
Yeah. Well, due to his actually action to the storms and his religion, Cortex actually received powers from the storm now, so he's a cleric, a tempest cleric.
Ava nods. Religion isn't her thing, but she knows basically that he gets his Sparky Boom powers from some god they talk about where Cortex comes from.
You don't have a description, Cortex?
Well, I got it from the compendium.
That's fine. That's fine. But yeah.
She's jealous, but she doesn't think she wants to go out quite that far out of her comfort zone.
There you go.
Here's the description.
So it looks like fire! Fire!
Yeah. And so Ava will frown though, and she's like, that's not something you can teach me.
No, but if you want to learn more about the storms, I'll gladly tell you more about that.
She'll do the polite not smile that you give Jehovah's Witnesses. And to say, that's okay, storms aren't really my thing, but I'm sure you're really good at it.
Cortex, you're not the only one here, right? So roll me a persuasion to see if you're like, hey, would you like to learn about the storms?
No, I mean...
A persuasion.
It was just a polite way to say he couldn't teach magic.
Yeah. So you have two people who are interested. You have both Mudskipper, who is like, I've never heard of this storm guy before. And then you have Lynn, who's like the surveyor. She's like, oh, tell me.
Oh,
you have two people who are audiences, right? Yep, the surveyor and Mudskip, who are both kind of like, of course, Ulfgar's in the back, who's just brooding away, ruining scenes whenever he can, plotting the next time Cortex sleeps.
Jesus.
He's got to keep an eye out for you, man. He's got to keep an eye out for you.
All right. Well, so Cortex looks at Mudskip and the mapper, the surveyor, Lynn, and starts telling them that nature's power is actually very pure, and that the storms are the manifestation of the destruction and at the same time life. Because after a storm, there's always life sprouting, but a storm can also destroy a whole village. So it's pretty much just like the balance in life, where you have at the same time it can be destructive, but it can also create something.
So Mudskip reacts, right? She's the first one to speak up as you're like saying this. She's like, it just sounds like the air element. That's all it is. And Lynn's like, is he real? Is your God real? Does he talk to you?
Cortex looks at Lynn and says, well, not clearly, but I've had some signals.
Mudskip rolls her eyes, and Lynn's like, "Whoa, what did you see? Tell me what did he tell you?" You knew this was coming, buddy. Yeah, what is it? What is it that you saw?
Oh, okay, Lynn. Have you ever heard about Valkyries?
Oh, that's a good question. She's like, nope, never heard of them. What are Valkyries?
All right. What person that walks the world and makes maps? You know nothing, right?
Well, I mean, think about it, right? These are southern people, right? Your pagan, crazy ways of the north are nothing familiar for them, right? So you're exotic. You're talking about weird stuff.
But Cortex not that deep. He thinks that everyone knows. You know?
Yeah, but they're just like, they're fascinated, right? Lynn's like, tell me more. And then like you have Mudskips who's like, oh, that's heresy. That's heretics. That has nothing to do with the Holy Master. That's terrible. So you have this duality of like, hey, tell me more about this Talos. And you have this other one who's like, no, this is against the Holy Master's teaching, blah, 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 blah.
All right, so I look at Lynn and say, well, Valkyrie or Vanguard of fighters for Talos himself. And, well, most of his conquerors were made through the power of the battles in the battlefield. So there were legendary fighters.
Roll me a persuasion as you're like telling the story, right? Hearts and minds.
All right.
Excellent. Well, Mudskip's like, well, have you heard about the Legion of the Inquisition, who are super awesome sauce and badassery? And she attempts to persuade poor Lynn to like, oh no, oh, Cortex buddy. So we have this dueling, right? As we have this dueling of religious ideas of Mudskip and Cortex.
Well, this happens. Ava's just sort of facing out. It's all just
battle of ideas over poor
here's
Lynn.
a dull ringing in her ears.
Lynn, right? She's more familiar with the Holy Master. And she kind of sides with, oh yeah, tell me more about the Inquisition's amazing knights and how they protect all of humanity, not some wild men of the north, right? So is there female knights? And she's like, oh yes, of course, I could become one of them. Yeah. So at the end, she follows Mudskip's teachings. Although she's interested, right? She's interested in Cortex Talos's teachings. However, Mudskip's intervention of don't convert to Talos intervenes.
Well, Cortex just rolls his eyes.
Yep.
Tiptoes his own thoughts.
Yep.
He's not fighting Mudskip for getting someone.
Mudskip is. She's feeling very pious because of her Kenniness. She has a holy relic of the Kenniness. Yep, a body right before her. She is inspired and is very much religious. Anything else?
She's freaking butthurt because her Kenniness died for gold.
I mean, the dice favor her, my friend. Dice favor her. What can I say? The night comes. What are you guys doing?
Cortex is making sure he's sleeping as far away from Milford as he can.
Excellent. So, just to be clear, when you fail the survival, Cortec is nowhere near the camp, right?
No, it's not like that.
Yes.
It's just like
I just want to make sure where Cortec is.
it's just like campsite, you know, like Ulfgar in one side, Cortec on the wall.
Oh, so you're just sleeping on, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So all it takes
you know,
is stand up, walk around, right?
yeah, true, but still, he's trying to be as far away, you know, as he can without leaving the campsite.
All right, who's rolling this survival?
All right, Ava, are you helping me?
Yeah. I'll sort of
Alright.
see this little tension going. She'll raise her eyebrows, but she'll help Cortec setting up his campsite and sort of walk a perimeter, make sure everything's up to snuff.
All right.
Excellent. Excellent. You find a safe place. You find like a little rocky outcrop that has a overhanging tree, and you find like a really safe place.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a die 6.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you find a really safe place. There will be nothing to bother you guys tonight.
All right. We rest.
Okay.
Hmm.
The night passes by uneventfully. What do you guys do in the morning?
Oh. Well, just sort of entertain to Cortec and ask him if we're getting close.
I'm not quite sure. This instructor actually.
You think, as you're like on this rocky outcrop, you think that you're about 2 days away from the farm.
Yeah, about 2 days from now.
To the southwest.
Right this way, right?
Yep. You're almost right on top of it.
All right.
What do you guys do?
I don't know, so she'll sort of, look at Lynn and tell her that, I mean, we're doing some definite exploring, so if you have the supplies for it, you should definitely be taking notes. I mean, this was her original mission, wasn't it? To survey these lands?
Yeah. However, like, her equipment was stolen by the gnolls. And what notes she's taking has been, like, mostly, like, on animal skins. And with charcoal. They're not proper notes in that sense, right? Yeah. Unless you guys have, like, ink and paper.
No, all our stuff got taken by the gnolls, too.
Yeah.
Or at least mine and Cortex.
She says, damn those gnolls.
I had a nice crossbow.
Cortex agrees with her and just, next time I'm seeing those.
Seems to me like you guys need to roll for survival if you're going to continue forward into the darkness.
Here we go.
Roll.
These roads are so...
Yes, I am helping.
Alright, just make sure.
These roads are always so nerve-wracking.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Place yourselves.
Alright, we're continuing west, I guess.
Excellent. Yeah. It's the Golden Plains, vast open spaces of land. Are you guys doing anything RP-wise that night?
I'm sort of keeping an eye on Mudskip, trying to see if she does any kind of magic ever, try and, like, copy it if she does, or just, like, watch her like a hawk to see if I can try and... If she doesn't want to teach me, then I'll teach myself by watching her.
Okay, sure. Roll me a perception. See if she does anything sneaky.
Ava, here we go.
Yes. roll me a knowledge arcana as you see her casting these spells every so often. Yeah, you're aware. So the rain and mud, right, gets everywhere, right? However, every so often you see her cast a spell called Prestidigitation. This spell cleans an area. And you've always wondered, like, how does she keep her Kenonith so clean? This is how she does it.
Yeah, that's a useful spell.
Yep.
Ava sort of thinks that's interesting as a passing thought.
Right.
But
she actively tries to hide it from you.
Yeah, her interest is more in battle magic. She's like, oh, keeping things clean. That's helpful against an army of the undead.
Do you say this to her?
No, but it's kind of on her face whenever she sees Mudskip doing it. She's like, that's a lot of nice use to our energies right now. I mean, I guess she respects the dead, but she thinks that she doesn't really understand why people would really want to learn that spell.
She scowls at you. She scowls at you and says, This isn't just a dead person. She was my friend. She gave me opportunities in the city of Alkaline. She was a person of note and honor.
Ava
respects. Kind to me. She was kind to me while other humans were cruel. It is because of her that I took the pledge and served under her.
Even on, she respects that she's like keeping her clean and respecting her, but she doesn't understand why.
She scowls at you, not understanding.
Yeah.
Like she's been taking, care, like meticulously care over her, like watching her, sleeping over her. Like she's been like guard dogging her body, right? Does Ava feel a little jealous, right? That she's more interested in a corpse of a past friend than she is of that of the living?
A little bit, but she's more concerned that Mudskip's paying so much attention to her dead friend that something's going to sneak up behind her.
I mean, do you tell her that?
No. That she sort of, when they're making camp, she sort of indicates it out so that Mudskip and Lynn are the ones that are sort of on the inside and most protected.
Lynn shows you her scribbles. Roll me, what would this be? A knowledge type, what would this be? Straight up intelligence. Straight up intelligence. Would be history.
Huh, wow, Ava.
Yeah. So like she's been making like notes of what like she said and saw at Fort Malgrave. There seems to be like a personal account. You also realize that your name, Ava, is in this. So is Cortex, so is Ulfgar's. It seems to be like a personal account of like what happened and who was there.
Ava is kind of flattered and thinks that's really cool that her adventures are being written down and committed to,
charcoal and skin.
Yeah. But still, she's kind of flattered and feels a little excited because now that she's a couple days off of it, she can sort of think back and be like, wow, we survived and we kicked butt and we were pretty powerful. And so she's thinking, that was a pretty good adventure.
Lynn kind of pulls you off to the side, Ava, and she's like, are you a knight?
I am working to make a name for myself. I left my village, and I want to learn about the world.
Me too.
And I want to take up arms on my adventures. So if becoming a knight will help me see the world and help me make it safer, then that would be a worthy goal.
She says, do you think I could become a knight one day?
Sure. I think anybody can be anything if they practice enough. And
She takes
have
her
a heart for
charcoal
it.
stick and like swishes it around. I could be a knight someday, just like you.
Sort of smile. My expertise comes with things that shoot arrows or bolts. The sword's not my forte, but I could teach you a stance or two.
All right.
If you'd like.
Does Cortex hear that?
I mean, are you keeping it a secret, Ava? Like, this is like a... Are you keeping it a secret?
No, because this is Ava thinking like, dear God, let's teach her something because she's not absolutely useless in the next fight.
She's very much a commoner, right? She knows... I mean, she's skilled enough to write, right? She's not dumb by any means. She actually knows how to write. That's not a very common thing. Right?
Well, Cortex looks at her, grabs one spear, and says, well, if you want to learn how to fight, I can help you with that.
Ava, Cortex offering to like teach her how to fight.
Ava's fine with that because she's doesn't really have any extra weapons on her, and if Cortex has something that she could teach Lynn how to defend herself with, she's all for it. She'll help him if she needs to, if she has any kind of insight, but I don't think she has too much. But she's all for anybody helping.
Well, she stands up and looks at Cortex and she's like, you want to show me how to fight?
Yeah, well, Cortex hands her one of the spears. And
Spear is larger than she is.
And Wall starts trying to teach her like basic stances and how to actually parry off attacks and to actually attack with the spear.
Sure. Go ahead and make me, what would it be? Attack roll. Go ahead and just show me an attack roll. Just be like, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. She will try to mimic you. She's kind of wobbly, right? She's kind of like, she does like a thrust, right? In the mimicking of you. She's not pretty, she's okay. She didn't stab anyone.
Well, Cortex goes up to her and actually fixes her stance and actually tries to make her firmer. Just holds her, actually moves her around, tries to actually help her with her stance.
And persuasion as you're trying to teach.
Can I be helping? Because I'm trying to help. No.
You have to call it before he rolls it. So you have a thick accent, right? Right, Cortex? You have a thick accent. So she doesn't gain or lose any knowledge due to this. Right? She seems to be quite as capable of thrusting as she did last time.
Alright, well, Cortex will keep trying to help.
Cortex, maybe you could pass me a spear and we'll sort of go through a couple little fighting stances and see if she can watch and get a hang of anything.
Sure. That's alright. I mean, I could just fight with those spears and you could use your blade.
I guess so. Let's see. Show her some things going completely non-lethally, just sort of doing a couple stances.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, she's taking the initiative. Ava just lunges at you, Cortex. Non-lethally, by the way. How are you non-lethally striking Cortex?
I just have the glaive upside down, so I'm using the blunt end.
Cortex, she definitely whacks you. The question is, like, how are you guys doing this, right?
We're sort of standing a yard or two in front of Lynn and going really slowly, sort of exaggerating the body motion.
Alright, as she does that, Cortex not gonna take it, so he just parries it.
Okay, excellent. Well, she's not doing damage to you, right? This is just a bop on the noggin, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I know. Yeah, he's just using his fairy to actually not,
Okay.
like get hit.
Okay, that sounds good. Cortac, are you going to reply?
Yeah. Well, let's keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'll bonk me.
Bonk, bonk. So I'm thinking that this is best out of 3. I'm thinking, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, Ava, you're back up. I think that misses. Yep. His agility and his armor kind of like, see, that wouldn't have hurt. Right? Then you like thrust, right? Like right into his breastplate. And it just like hits this breastplate really.
Yeah, with the dull thud.
Yep. Then Cortac, are you going to reply?
Yes.
Yep.
Oof. That's also a donk.
Yep. Donk, donk. And then Ava.
Neech.
Ugh. Cortac.
All right. No, that was 3, right? I rolled 3 times. All right.
Okay, so So at the end of the battle, right, of the little skirmish, Cortac clearly bonks you 3 times, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, I'm better at long range.
You can't do a non-lethal at long range, right?
Well,
No, I know. I'm just saying, so that Lynn doesn't think I'm pathetic.
Right.
After the fight, Cortac actually extends his hand to Ava and says, "Well, you're really good with the blade."
I'll shake it.
Well done. I think Lynn's like clapping, and then like Ulfgar's just sitting there like a frog on a log.
Like a little rain cloud that's hovering at the edge of the camp.
Yep. Just being grumpy.
Being grumpy. Yeah.
Yeah, and so can we try to like see if Lynn got any knowledge from that at all? Or teachings?
Yeah. Having watched you guys, she seems to be more proficient in simple weapons.
Woohoo!
All right.
She had to watch it. That's what it was. It's like she has to watch it. She's a surveyor. So she had to watch you guys 2 fight. So.
All right. Well, Cortac congratulates everyone that was involved with Len, Ava, and everything. And goes to his place and actually starts thinking about Valkyrie and try like in his own head, just like, no, come on, and just says, "Please, tell me your name. Who are you?"
So what are you doing, Cortac?
Well, after all of that, he just goes to his own, like little place in the camp.
Okay, yeah, you walk off. Tell me more about what you're thinking about.
And while he's holding his figures, sitting there, he just thinks in his own mind, just like, please, tell me your name and give me something. I want to believe in you.
Roll me a perception as you fill up the bowl. Awesome. So you quickly realize the skull, right?
Mm-hmm.
The skull in the bowl. You quickly realize that the skull is a human skull. It's the skull of your brother.
Which one of them?
That's a good question.
Ah.
You didn't roll a natural 20. It's the skull of your brother.
Oh man, Cortac's freaking out. Okay, that's the only thing Cortac realizes.
Yeah. Had you rolled a natural 20, I would have given you a lot more.
Okay.
But yes, it was a skull, a human skull that you could identify. So this is what you've got, right?
Mm-hmm.
The human skull of your brother, the symbol of your village, symbol of the Holy Master.
All right. Well, Cortac actually looks kind of mad towards Mudskip. But he knows she has nothing to do with this. So he just sits there and starts like roaring crazily about like his brother, and just wants to get this to the farm and back to Raven's Head to see if he got it.
Excellent. Anything else? As night
no,
slowly
it.
begins to descend upon you. Roll me that sweet survival.
And I will be
Alright,
helping.
alright,
be helping.
Cortex is actually using guidance.
A wise decision. It's a really wise decision.
Alright. So...
Roll.
And 4. So...
You're fine.
21.
Night passes by uneventfully. Nothing strange or abnormally occurs.
Okay.
Anything happened that night? I was doing anything RP wise?
No, that was all for Cortex.
Okay. The world. Okay, we're still recording. Yeah, we're still recording. Maybe.
Alright, then... then I guess we go like this way. I guess like towards the farm.
Give me a second here, guys.
Yeah, wasn't southwest?
Yeah, I think it's here. But I'm not really sure, so...
To the southwest.
Maybe here?
Let's go ahead and close. I will be right back, guys.
Alright.
Chrome is crashing on me.
Oh
I'm
boy.
not sure why.
Alright, I'll be right back then.
Yeah, go ahead. Take a little bit of a break. Chrome is not responding, which is kind of weird. Stream is still going, but it's not going. Yep. Alright, just control delete this. Chrome. Yeah, it's eating up a lot of stuff. I'm not sure why it is. There we go. And then come back. Roll 20. Am I still on Twitch? Okay, bring this back over. Launch. And F11 that. It says that we're still streaming. Still, it says that we're still streaming. Let me make sure everything else is going. Okay, I see you. I see you. Let's go back to my dashboard. There we go. Okay, yeah, we're still streaming. That's good. Okay. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Go ahead and place your guys wherever you'd like to be. There we go. So, yeah, go ahead and place yourselves where you would like to be. I'm going to go blow my nose. I'll be right back.
All right, I'm here.
There we go. Oh, so much better. So much better. So where are you placing yourself?
Here?
Boosh. Awesome.
Oh, we found
Make it to the farm.
Here we go.
Woo!
Whoop, whoop.
Alright. As we're getting close to the farm, Cortex looks to Ava and says, like, here's the thing. We need to beat the crap out of the leader and take everyone back to Raven's.
Does beat the crap, if I accidentally kill him, will anybody be upset?
No. Have at it.
There's no way to non-lethal arrows, so.
Alright.
Shoot his knees.
Yeah. That's true. You know you can
cut off
survive
his
taking an arrow to the knee.
Just cut off his knees.
Mm-hmm.
You approach the farm. Farmer Ed's. Go ahead and place yourselves right here as you approach the farm. Do I not have a starting area? I guess I don't have a starting area. You're approaching from the northeast. The north. This will work. You see fields that have currently been tilled and planted.
Ooh.
You see several trees, orchards. This looks very much like a farm in every sense of the way. And you see a massive farmstead. It seems to be about 1 story high. It's got these large wooden palisades. Looks like a little bit of a cabin / farmhouse. What do you guys do as you approach this area? Ulfgar and the direwolf, Lynn, and Mudskip kind of fall back, and they're kind of like sitting out there and like, what's the plan?
Okay, so Cortex is pretty calm. So he actually just starts walking up to the farm.
Right, Ava will walk behind him, but she'll be with him. With a hand, one on her bow and one toying with the feathers on an arrow.
Excellent. You approach the farm. Are you stealthing in any way?
I guess I will.
Sure.
I know he won't, but...
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll it. Excellent. Check passive. How are you hiding?
Sort of going along the edges of the fields, trying to hide under the growth, and sort of skirting the edge of the trees a little bit.
Excellent. As you approach Cortex, what are you doing, if anything?
Well, Cortex is ready for a fight, but approaches without his weapons sheathed.
As you approach the door, you hear like this back door open up and says, "You're this really like crackly voice says, Rat, who goes there? Rat." Roll your perception, both of you, as you see this figure standing in the doorway.
It's Kermit.
Cortex, roll me a knowledge.
Oh,
nature.
Ava.
Yeah, Ava, you don't know what's going on. It's something.
She can't see through the tree branches.
It's a butt-ugly halfling. That's what it is. It's a big-mouth, butt-ugly halfling standing in the doorway and says, "Who goes there? Rat, who goes there?"
Did that lady in Raven's Head give Cortex a name?
She told you to go to Farmer Ed's and he will direct you.
She told me to get her man, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So I walk up to the door and say, well, I'm here actually for some business. I'm looking for the man that were hired to do the security over the phone.
Who sent you? You seem to be of some knight. You hear this like, who is it? Some bandits out here demanding answers and wanting to know something. Then you hear like, well, tell them to go away. We're busy.
Well, Cortex says, like, we're not bandits. We're here sent by... And then I tell him the name of the lady from Raven's Haven.
What was her name?
Oh, God.
Nope, that wasn't it.
History check!
Actually, if his character might know, which would roll me an intelligence, straight up intelligence roll. His character might know, but Leonardo might not.
Oh!
What was her name? Those awkward RP moments were like...
Well, I'm here on behalf of a lady in Ravensburn. She sent me to actually talk to her man.
Another figure appears. Both of you guys roll me perception. Cortex, you know this to be a human. Yep. About 40 to 50 years old. He's wearing like leather hides. He seems to be quite capable. He seems to be in his 40s, 50s. He seems to be a little bit thin. He says, who sent you, boy? You seem to be lost.
No, I'm not lost. Actually, I came here on behalf of an actually pretty good-looking woman in Raven's Haven.
So as you're conveying this, right, I want you to roll me a intelligence roll as you describe this woman that just sent you, this pretty woman who sent you. You see who? Okay, there we go. You finally remember, right? Your mind finally jogs. The drow, right? Her name was Lady Isabella.
All right.
Right. And she sent you to Farmer's Ed to track down one of her men, right?
Mm-hmm.
To find out somebody who's betrayed her. Your goal and your objective is to bring back the guy's head, right? Farmer Ed will direct you.
All right. Well,
don't kill his men. The men needs to follow you back. Remember that.
All right. Well, Cortex looks at the man on the door and says, "Well, Lady Isabel would like to have."
He says, "What's your business with Lady Isabella? Are you here for the next shipment?"
No, I'm actually here to talk to man.
I'm Farmer Ed.
Are you the man in charge?
I am, yes.
All right, and what kind of business are you doing?
Because I'm a farmer.
That's in the name.
I'm Farmer Ed.
Oh, I didn't hear farmer.
Yeah, I'm Farmer Ed.
I see, Ed. And where are your men?
He looks at the ugly halfling that's right next to him. He says, "What men?" He's like, this is a bullywug. Unless you're talking about, he like gestures out back. He's like, unless you're talking about Little Joe.
All right. So Cortex step one step closer.
Okay.
And uses his thaumaturgy to actually make sparks out of his body, and says, "I'm not fooling around. Who's in charge and who is Lady Isabel?"
He says, "I am Farmer Ed." Oh, by the way, he's not scared of you at all. He says, "I'm Farmer Ed. I'm in charge. And are you here to pick up Lady Isabella's next shipment? You better tell me what you want, brigand, before I kick you off my land." See if he recognizes. Says, when has Ravenhaven sent mercenaries to do their jobs?
Well, I'm here to actually take Lady Isabel and Lynn back to Ravenshaven. Are you going to cooperate or not?
He says, what, man?
Oh, brother. Ava is regretting her decision to come with him because she has the situation that she just walked into.
Okay, so to be clear, why Farmer Ed's confused says you've shown up, cast thermal energy, right? And is like, where is the men? And he's like, I don't have any men here. Right? You're asking for where like this man is. He doesn't know what you're talking about. You need to like probably like talk to him. Like, what's your goal? Right. What's your objective? Don't forget like this is supposed to be on the down low, right? This is supposed to be a rogue stealth mission time.
No, she told me to come beat the crap out of him. That's what she...
No. Farmer Ed is your connection.
Oh.
I was like, why is he... It's like, is he trying to start a fight with Farmer Ed? It's like...
Come on. No, for me, like her men were settled in the farm.
No.
And then the leader was actually keeping them here.
So, unbeknownst to poor Cortec, she told him that they were at a moat house, and Farmer Ed would direct them to the moat house.
Oh my god. Oh, man. I'm getting everything back.
This is just a farmer, dude. This is just a farmer. He's your link. He's your connection, and you're intimidating the shit out of him.
All right, Cortec walks up like with his head down and says,
"Roll me on knowledge, nature as you approach this ugly halfling again. This is a better view of him. Yep, there we go. You know that this is a bullywug, right? This is a bullywug."
He looks at Ed and says, "I'm so sorry. I've been through so much stressful moments in the past few days. I'm a little bit on the edge. Anyways, Lady Isabel sent me because she told me you were the guy to direct me to a group of her men."
Oh, you're talking about the bandits?
Yes.
Okay. See, I thought you were one of the brigands trying to rob me.
No, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit on the edge. I got completely confused.
How he's thinking like you are one of the thieves who's been robbing him, right?
Oh my god.
I know, right? You're about ready to kill your connection.
Oh man. Cortec extends his hand and says, like, again, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Roll me a persuasion as you're trying to smooth this over. You seem kind of like I'm going to kill you for a moment.
Oh, man.
He's like, I've been under some stressful situations as well, lad. Come inside. He gestures you. He's like, don't stand out in the rain. Come inside.
Thank you.
Ava, you are standing out in the cold, literally. The door shuts behind Cortec.
Cortec walks back out, like completely forgets about Ava. Yep. Opens the door and signals for her to come in.
She'll hit her head on a couple of the leaves, which you know how when you hit a leaf it's wet and it just whooshes down on you. She'll be upset about that. But she'll walk in.
Are you breaking your stealth, Ava? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, how many more are you?
Scowl at Cortec.
We actually have 3 more, but they're a little bit behind.
Says, well, of course, so anyone with friends of Lady Isabella, friends are mine. She's my connection up in Ravenshaven. Usually the Inquisition doesn't allow me to trade up there, City of Exile, so everything about that's on the down low.
I see.
He says,
What can
come, sit down.
what can you tell me about these bandits?
He says, first, food and wine. He gestures for Billy. He's like, Billy, bring us drinks so that we can talk business. This frog walks over and gets a glass of ale, honey ale, and comes over and hands it to Cortec and Ava. You both gain honey ale. Both roll me knowledge, nature. Ava,
Wow.
you're aware that honey ale gets you 1d8 hit points back. However, there's a chance of you becoming intoxicated. With a DC of 10, you might become intoxicated. Do you drink the honey ale before Farmer Ed?
We're at full hit points, aren't we?
You are, yes.
She will politely sip at it. Just
roll
like
me a con save.
yeah. Ava, you. She is the absolute lightweight.
So you've been on the road for a long time, right? And you're kind of dehydrated. Cortec, Ava begins slurring her words.
Cortec
the honey ale before you. First off, are you going to drink the honey ale?
Yeah. Cortec gives a sip.
Roll me that con save. Cortec, your words begin to slur as you both become intoxicated.
Wow, what did you put in this? Is this like a secret frog recipe or something?
He says, that's my family brew. You could buy some up there at Ravenshaven. Looks up and down Cortec's armor, which has the symbol of Ravenshaven's claw on it. He says, I'm sure you guys got some up there, right? It's pretty popular.
Well, I never had any of this, but I think I like it.
It's good shit, isn't it? Yeah, that's why people like it. He smiles at both of you as you're like, yeah, this is good stuff. Yeah. He smiles at you both and he's like, have you guys been on the road for a while?
Yeah, for quite some days.
Says that explains a lot. He says, you can rest here. Your friends will be in shortly, right? He says, we'll talk business once you guys are sobered up a little. He says, I didn't realize that this would knock you on your butt so quickly.
I
seriously need this after I was going to get buried alive. And then there were these things, and they just wouldn't leave us alone.
Alright, Cortec rushes to cover her mouth and just like, okay, let's go.
Ravens of intoxication. Farmer Ed takes no notice as he's busy. It is currently spring and he's getting ready for the spring plowing. He tells Billy to go out and make sure that little Joe's okay. The rest of the party eventually returns to you. Seeing you both intoxicated, Ulfgar just like sits and frowns and pouts. Look how immature these young humans are, getting drunk off their butt. Mudskip shows up and says, I could use a drink too. She isn't bothered by it.
No,
she's not bothered by it, of course. So everybody seems to be pretty buzzed, right? Farmer Ed and Ulfgar talk a little bit. They kind of go into the back and discuss a few things. Dark things underground. But yeah. What are you guys doing as you guys are feeling pretty good?
Well, well, Cortec will actually well, he's actually gonna sit here in all his drunkenness and just like cry and wimp about like the way he's worried about his family.
Oh, he's a sad drunk. Ava will sort of tug on Mudskip's sleeve and sort of like have her stand in front of the fireplace with her. You're like, is there? And she'll try to like reach in and grab one of the sticks. I'm like, can you teach me how to? And she'll like wave it around. But without the stick. Without the stick.
So you currently have like a stick that's on fire, just going whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah.
And Mudskip's kind of like, yeah, let's just put that back. Mm-hmm. And she like helps you put the stick that's currently on fire back into the
yeah. That was a good old fashioned natural one on that Constitution save.
Yeah. What type of drunk is Ava? That is a great question.
She just
blitzed out of her mind.
Yeah, she wants to talk and tell everybody everything.
Ava, put on one of your flaws. Weakness, honey ale.
Oh man!
And you will have disadvantage on honey ale. Con saves.
Well,
this is some good stuff. Good stuff.
As Cortex sees Ava hammered, he walks up to her and just like, I'll teach you, come here. And then he opens his hand, casts Sacred Flame, and just like, see, like this.
As you begin burning yourself, you're like, no! The smell of burnt flesh permeates the air as Cortex burns himself.
No, of course not. The flame is like up here.
It's a sacred flame.
It goes up and then down. It's a fire shot.
Ava is paying rapt attention. She puts her hands out and stares at them really hard.
Wait, did Cortex notice the movement of the flame?
You take no damage. You're smart enough to be like, well, you're still aware that fire burns.
Well, actually, Cortex just starts like to do like little guns to up top, you know, like shoot, like sacred flame, you know, like.
I think we get like Mudskip like tackling you, like stop casting fire in a wooden shack. What are you doing? Cortex, buddy. Yeah. Alright, start a fire?
Cortex looks at Mudskip and he's just like, you're Chibusky. And just walks off and goes back to his corner to wimp around.
Yes. Night approaches. You guys are currently in a safe location. You guys easily pass out. Do you guys do anything else in your intoxicated state besides trying to catch the place on fire?
Ava will stare at the fire in the fireplace for a really long time, like trying to, like, you know, like, tell me your secrets. How do you do?
Roll me a perception.
At disadvantage or?
No. Well, yeah. You're intoxicated, so of course you would be. Yep. Let's see if the fires talk to you. Yeah. Yeah. I think this is where we get like a bit of a scene, right? Yeah. As you're like in your drunken stupor, right? You cast Firebolt. And everybody's like, what? How did she pick up this? They're like blaming Cortex in his drunken state because he's like, pew, 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 pew. Right? Like, Cortex, why did you teach her? You monster. And he was just like, Firebolt.
Cortex is just like surprised with himself, just like, am I such a good teacher?
So Mudskip Mudskip takes off a shoe and starts beating the drunken Cortec. As he's weeping, it's like, stop teaching her bad things! She's beating you with a shoe. As he's like, pew, pew, pew. Anything else happened that night as you guys discover that Ava can now cast spells, to much of the chagrins of everyone else. A wild and crazy night of spellcasting and
No, I'll be super self-satisfied. And I'll sleep, like, on the rug next to the fire. Because I feel really grateful to that one fire, because it was nice to me and shared its secrets.
It did, yes. Somehow the fires, right? Cortex is a little like blah, 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 blah. And then you're like, oh, that's how you do it. And then you like stared into the fire and did it. Learn by fire. Nice. Love it. I love it. Any other shenanigans that night?
No. That's it.
All right. The night passes by uneventfully. I mean, besides the events that you guys partake in. In the morning, the party members like, Cortec, for some reason you got shoe prints on you, right? Ava, your hands feel more warm than usual, right? The sun comes up and you guys have come out of your stupor.
Ava is not a fan of the sun right now.
Yes.
She really glares at the sun streaming through the window.
Well, Cortec gets up, walks up to Ava, taps her on the shoulder, and is like, see, you got it. And then he goes up to the table, seats, and look at farmer and says, well, let's talk business.
So you sober enough to talk?
Yeah. Apparently when you're drunk, a lot of cool things happen. That one knows how to cast fire now.
Farmer Ed frowns at you, Ava, and says, make sure you don't do that when the Inquisition's around. Take bad notice of that.
Ava will nod, but she's still sort of staring at her hands a little bit.
They're warm. Still warm to the touch.
But she will sit down at the table. You'd have half a ear listening to whatever Cortec's about to find out, and who she has to beat up next.
Farmer Ed turns to Cortec and he says, yes, you're talking about the Red Mountain. Yes, he killed the last troop that used to protect my wagon trains. He's a man from the north. He came down like a thunder wave and started taking control of the local gangs.
Guess it's gonna be a great fall for me then.
Says that I haven't seen him myself, but they say that he is a mountain of a man. He wields an axe and a dagger, and uses them very proficiently.
And can you tell me anything else about the house? How can I get there, and if you know any way to actually get in a more advantageous position?
He says to the east there's a moat house. However, that's been burnt down a while back. I don't know if they've taken up residence there or they're out looking for more loot. You'd have to look there.
I see. Well, is there anything else you can tell me about? Otherwise, I'll take my leave.
He says that I don't know his current condition or whereabout. But he is local. He's hit my wagons several times.
Okay, well, thanks, Ed.
Let's see if he knows.
Cortec moves to actually a handshake.
Oh, okay. He says not only that, he looks a lot like you.
A lot like me?
Looks a lot like you. Although I've never met him before, his description matches yours.
Huh.
Uh-oh.
I see. Well,
That's why I was a little bit confused. I thought you had come to claim my head earlier. But then I saw the Raven's Haven plate mail. I realized that you weren't of his gang.
well, I'm very grateful for the information, Ed. I think we'll be going now. But if you ever need anything and can contact me, you can count on me.
He says, anything I can do to help. Just make sure that my shipments stop and get that filthy bandit off my lands.
You bet. Alright. Cortex is leaving towards the milk house.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Ava will
I mean,
follow. And she
Farmer Ed
sends...
offers breakfast and stuff. He's like, would you like some more honey ale?
Cortex says, well, I think last night was enough.
He says, are you sure?
Yes.
It's my number one product. Were you dissatisfied with it?
We'll have a celebratory cup after the task is done.
This is much appreciated.
Alright. Well, we'll take our leave then.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Neva sort of squints and scowls as she steps out into the light.
The light burns your eyes. Unnaturally so. This is the worst. This is worse than being blinded by the unknown. It gives you a throbbing headache.
Goo.
Where do you head?
Well, he said east, right? So, here.
Is this?
Excellent.
Is that?
That's a burnt house.
Oh, okay.
You guys aren't aware of that place.
Okay.
You head over to here. To the moat house. Moat house. Roll me a survival.
Alright.
Am I able to help him right now?
That is a good question. Are you?
I think with my hangover, she can't see shit, so she's not really helping.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
She's walking like this.
I'm intoxicated. I've got a brash hangover. It's bad. It's bad. All right. Roll a Cortec, since you seem to be the only one.
Yeah.
Awesome. Roll a die 6. So you make it, right? Okay, there you are, Moat House 1. Make sure that's the right one. It is the right one. Okay, excellent. All right, so it's the second one, not that one. So, okay. All right. Let me scroll you guys over. Scroll you guys over.
Oh.
You guys aren't seeing any of this. You guys aren't seeing any of this.
I mean, I saw that once.
The man.
No, you don't see nothing. You don't see nothing. You guys don't see nothing. You guys are down here.
Oh.
First off, give me a luck roll. Awesome. That's actually really good. I will have to move that over. Actually, we'll see what you guys do. That's what we'll do. We'll see what you guys do. Bum, bum, bum. Go ahead and place yourselves right here.
Oh, shoot. What was it?
So, you don't have to worry about it. He's already got it.
Okay.
So really rolled the D100. So go ahead and place yourselves right here. Fascinating. You approach the moat house. In the distance, you see quite easily a giant frog is currently eating a corpse.
So it does not. Does it look similar to our friendly frog that we just met?
Oh, Billy? No, this is a giant frog. It's currently eating what appears to be some sort of corpse.
Oh man, man. Ava wants to shoot it.
You go ahead and roll to hit. It is an animal, right? That's a good question. Does that hit?
Does it? Probably not.
It goes to Defender. Defender, you hit its AC, but it bounces off of it. Its slick mucus skins catches your arrow. And notices you, right? And everyone roll me initiative. There we go. What's his bonus? Just +2. Okay. Straight up +2. Okay. Oh, well. Oh, there you go. In descending order. So it's got like these big bulbous eyes, right? And it literally sees this arrow coming in, and it sticks in its like milky, mucusy skin. It begins running, well, hopping, hopping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It cries out in this loud pitch, and that's when you notice. Several more frogs appearing.
Why? Why?
I don't know. Ava, it's your turn.
So she'll see them emerging. And she'll try and shoot the next one.
Which frog are you attacking?
That one.
This one right here? Or this one right here?
This one.
Oh, okay. The hits roll damage.
Ugh.
Oh, solid. Solid blow. You damn near kill this frog with one shot.
Ugh. And she sees squelchy goo popping out of it, and she gags a little bit. Because squishy, gross frogs are worse than undead to her for some reason.
Cortec, you're up next. These mucusy, bulbous frogs turn and look at you hungrily. What do you do, Cortec?
Alright, she killed this one?
No, none of them were dead. She almost killed it.
Well, Cortec moves up here and attacks this frog twice.
Excellent. Do it. That's a hit. That's a hit. For 11. Tell me how you kill this creature.
Well, Cortex just jumps on top of the frog and just shoots with both spears at once and gets off of him. And just like, seriously, Ava, just because you can cast fire now doesn't mean you can shoot anything that moves.
It was eating a dead body.
Oh, it's an animal.
Once again, it shrieks. Roll me knowledge history or knowledge nature about these frogs.
Both of us are just Cortec.
Both of you. Just frog croaking. Just frogs croaking. This frog leaps at you, Cortec. Actually, we'll do that. Let me make an attack. Oh no, it doesn't leap at you. It jumps into the water. Sploosh. The other frog, seeing that you kill its companion, bloop, 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 bloop. Ava, it's your turn. You have one dead frog corpse.
Can I
You
just...
going to jump into the water?
No, I guess I'm just gonna walk to the corpse and investigate it.
Sure. What are you investigating? Oh, well,
Just-
roll to investigate.
Yeah.
This frog has died recently.
It's a big
It
frog.
appears 2 spear wounds killed it.
I don't know. Do I have any kind of sense? Is like if that mucus has any kind of damaging acid, poison, whatever? Or
You rolled knowledge nature. You attempted to identify these frogs. You did not identify them. They
good.
could have poison mucus. You're not quite sure what they are.
Well, she just sort of, I was just protect. That thing was eating a body. I'm not going to leave anything at my back that has the potential to hurt me or eat me.
That is very true. Do you do anything else?
I sort of look at him and say that any element of surprise we had is now gone.
Well, not necessarily. Then Cortex just start walking.
We're still in initiative order.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I did the investigation, so that's the end of my turn, isn't it? Because that's the action.
It's the end of your turn.
No.
Cortex, it's your turn. What do you do?
Does Cortex sees anything in the water, or?
Roll me a perception. Oh yeah, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frogs into this pond. They seem to be like just below the surface, or you see like their little eyeballs sticking out, right, staring at you, right?
All right. Well, Cortex Sacred Flames, one of them.
Shoot.
Does that work?
Yeah, because he can see it, he can shoot it.
Well, I mean, since they're in the water.
It's a reflex save.
It's radiant damage.
Still, right. It still can hit him. Dex. Got +1 to their dex. Eats it. A frog takes 9 points of damage. It once again like croaks. Ava, you're up.
Yeah. I can't see any other enemies looking around.
Roll me a perception. I assume you're looking in the water?
In the water and sort of all around, just like if they're loud
What's
yelling.
your passive perception? So currently there's only so many enemies that you can see.
9.
Okay. Yeah, Cortex shooting in the water. The camouflage of these frogs seem to hide them from you. However, Cortex still sees at least one. He's like focused on one.
Yeah.
I assume, right? You're not looking around, Cortex?
No. I'm actually trying to kill as many of them.
But I didn't see anybody else like around that might have been alerted by the frogs. No.
So every time you kill a frog, they cry out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead, Cortex. Go ahead and it's just a roll, right? You go on Sacred Flame.
Yeah. Well.
This one avoids it.
No, I didn't roll it yet.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, this one avoids it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One has 9 points of damage. Okay. Ava, you're up.
Let's see. I guess
Something blipped.
I'll take disadvantage and stab wildly into the pond with my glaive.
Sure.
Nope.
Splash. Yeah. You attack the water recklessly. making a lot of noise. Cortec, you're up.
Alright, well, it's Sacred Flame again.
Excellent. Not only do you like fire at it, you hit what appears to be like some sort of log. It seems to have gone stealth on you again, as it just disappears under the water.
Alright, let's just leave the frogs.
Okay. Ava, you're up next.
Let's see, what is this thing over here?
Before you stands this ruined moat house. In the distance, you can see the actual moat house, which is like the burnt shelling of it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you see like a watchtower of some sort.
Right.
For people who have watched my season 1, this is a place that an old group encountered.
Yeah, Ava will start making her way. She'll have her bow out and the ready. She'll make her way and stand
Okay.
here.
Roll me perception as you're like staring and looking around. So once again, you see the frogs, right? Because of your perception, it's fairly good. You also notice spider webs in here.
Ugh.
Cortec, you're up next.
Alright, well, Cortec moves towards the river again.
It seems to be like a muddy, yucky, filthy moat, right? They call this the moat house for a reason. So this moat is surrounding the outer walls. This might have been a decent fortification at one time, yet it has fallen into decay and ruin.
Mm-hmm. And where are the spider webs?
Spider webs are right here.
Ugh. Ava's not happy about that.
Right there.
Okay. Well, Ava, let's keep going. You need to find this.
Okay. Ava, it's your turn.
Was this any kind of a raised type thing? It's a watchtower,
Yes.
right?
So the top of it has been like collapsed inward.
Mm-hmm.
However, because of your perception, you could see some like cobwebs inside of it.
No, no. Yeah, so she'll walk this way and still keeping her both ready, looking into it.
Roll me a perception.
Oh man. I don't see anything.
Between the frogs and the cobwebs, you are freaked out.
Mm-hmm.
Cortec, you're up. What do you do?
Yes, well, Cortec keeps moving through the makeshift bridge.
Excellent.
Yep.
Roll me a perception as you do so.
Alright, Cortec. Help me to help you.
Besides the frogs and the cobwebs that Ava had pointed out, you notice nothing.
Alright. Well done.
Yeah. Anything else? Ava, you're up next.
Oh man. Ava's not a happy camper, so she'll walk slowly past the tower. Like, sort of, her head's whipping around in all directions, because she's really paranoid and freaked out right now.
Yeah, you step into the courtyard. Moss hangs off the trees. It doesn't seem like this place has been well taken care of. You see growth, like undergrowth, coming up and over the pathway. That's when you see like a dog currently like eating the corpse of what appears to be a human or something.
Ooh.
What do you do?
Well, the frog thing didn't work out. So she's super freaked out, but she's not going to make the same mistake again within 5 minutes. So she's just going to sort of jump and be sort of prepared to bolt if it comes towards her, towards some kind of cover.
Sure.
But she's not going to attack it yet.
Cortec, you're up next. What do you do?
Cortec keeps moving towards Ava.
Yeah, send the newbie in first.
Yeah, there we go.
Roll me a perception, Cortec, as you're looking around. Crit!
Oh
Cortec,
no.
nobody's here. Nobody's here.
Why do I feel like something bad's about to happen?
No human's been here for quite some time.
I see. Well, we still need to investigate. See if we can find out anything. Guys.
Yeah. Ava, you're up next.
Does he share that information with me?
That's up to
Yes.
Cortec. This is what Cortec sees. He doesn't see any evidence of humans for probably the past, at least since spring.
All right. Well, Cortex shares
Because it's
that.
muddy, and he would have definitely have seen footprints in the mud. Everything would have been grown up and over.
All right. Cortex shares the information with Ava, but says we still need to go in and.
Yeah, so at first she'll sort of relax, like, oh, we're not going to be attacked by bandits. Then she sort of realizes a little bit the implications of that and thinks about the frogs and the spider webs. And she's really unhappy, so she makes her way sort of towards that thing of rocks to have at least some cover.
Once again, roll me a perception, Ava. Yeah, as you're like staring at this dog, right? It looks like half starved. It doesn't look like mad or insane or anything like it. It just looks like a sad dog. You notice that there's a collar on it. Whoever had been here had this dog, was training this dog. And this dog is just trying to survive in its current home.
Ugh. He's got a serious case of the heebie-jeebies.
It's still alive. It just seems to be like eating what is around. Doesn't look very good. It finally notices you, right? And like the hair back on its hair rises and it's like and it growls at you.
Ooh. Oh man. If it makes any move towards me, I'll sort of put a hand out and try to, I don't know, animal handle it down, but I did the perception roll, so does that count as a turn or no?
No, this is just you looking around, so you can actually attempt to handle animal.
Yeah.
How are you doing this?
I'll sort of just put a hand out in front of me, just palm down and be like, whoa.
Sure. Looks half starved. Go ahead and try. Oh. So the back of its hair, right? This is like the first time it's seen a friendly human in a long time. And the back of its hair like falls down. And because of your calm, soothing voice, its tail begins to wag. Cortec, you're up next.
All right.
You've made one successful skill check, Ava.
Alright. Cortex moves here and looks at the dog and says, "Come here, boy."
Sure, roll me a handle animal.
Alright, with guidance.
So the perception's free, right? Your handle animal and your guidance. So are you casting guidance? This
Yeah,
turn?
I'll cast guidance and then
If you like, you can roll up me a perception. Because perception's free, currently. Yeah. You see as much as she does. As this dog has like a collar, but it looks like loose, right? It's not like tied against him. This animal is clearly once was trained. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, well, that was it for my turn.
Ava, you're up next.
Alright, so now that I know it's not immediately gonna attack, I'll sort of reach into my pack, pull out a little bit of rhino meat that we managed to smoke over the fire, and sort of,
advantage.
yeah, kneel down and offer it to the little buddy.
So the dog's kind of skittish. However, once it smells like food, friend, help me, it comes running up to you, right? Half starved, and starts eating the rhino meat. Like, Cortec, you are up.
Alright. Now, Cortex moves towards the dog, and he do like an animal handling, trying to actually get it as a pet for the group.
Sure, go ahead. So your attention is, yep.
I have an extra D4. Here we go.
Excellent. That's what you needed. Awesome. The dog wags, right? And then you're like, how do you tame this creature in order to be friendly towards you?
Alright, so Cortex, well, he offers the meat and then like pets it. And, well, it starts trying to actually give simple commands to actually, you know, like start getting the dog responsive towards him.
Mm-hmm. Both of you roll me knowledge nature as you're studying this animal.
Oh, 1 second. Yeah, 9.
It looks like a dog. Yep, that's a dog. Half-starved dog. That's just a dog. Yep, that's just a dog. Oh, doggy. Anything else?
Well, that's it. Cortex is gonna try to actually, you know, keep trying to get the dog to actually accompany him.
The dog does, and it rolls initiative.
Ooh, okay. I need better than that.
That's solid.
Yeah, Cortex wants to actually look at the name.
What are you staring at?
The collar on the dog has a name.
Sure, go ahead and roll me an investigation. So the weather, right, has been wearing at this leather, yeah. You're not quite. It looks like a leather strap to you. Just looks like a worn leather strap.
Mm-hmm.
The dog eats. Ava, what's Ava doing?
Oh, she's sort of glad that's one threat. That way she'll sort of like reach out and gently pat the head.
Yeah, you easily pet the dog's head as it's eating.
Mm-hmm. And I'll sort of look around and let's see. Do I see any kind of, is that red rectangle the entrance?
Yes.
Can I take a look around and see if there's any more threats?
Sure. Go ahead and roll me perception. In the thick of the undergrowth, you notice something laying in the undergrowth. Some sort of spiky back.
So I'll sort of stiffen up, and, like reach out slowly, like without taking my eyes off it, and like tug on the sleeve of Cortex tunic or whatever he's wearing, and sort of point it out with my other hand.
Cortex, you have advantage on this roll.
All
See if you
right.
perceive.
He perceives.
Yes. In the underbrush, you see what appears to be the backbone of some sort of drake.
Alright, can I try to figure out what kind of drake?
This is where we're going to end the session.
Oh! So you give us a puppy,
Yes.
and now we're facing a drake.
I hope you guys had fun.
It was a great session.
You're welcome. I had fun.
Some drunken, magical shenanigans.
Yeah,
Gotta have
I
some
mean,
lightheartedness.
did you get a level on something else, Ava?
No, there's, in the book, there's, a fighter specialization.
Shh. This is some RP moments. Don't
Oh.
tell everything.
I
Don't
see.
tell them everything. Shh. Hush. We will see everyone in the next video. Everybody wave goodbye to the audience.
Bye.
Bye.